Hi everyone, welcome to our step-by-step guide on exploring the Sports Session Management application. In this video, we'll show you a demo of the project, explain the source code, and demonstrate how data is stored and retrieved in postgresql. Let's dive in.
Let's start with a demo of our sports scheduling application. We'll walk through the key features for both players and admins. Okay, let's first go to the players dashboard first. Let me just log in. If you want, you can see the register page. It is a simple page, right? And I have already an account, so I'll go for login. And let it be like xyz@gmail.com and some password. And the user means player, admin means admin. Okay, simple. Here I have logged in. Now, if you want, I can actually add a game right now. Let it be like badminton. I have added a game badminton. Now I want to create a session with badminton and let team A be India and team 2 be China. Now for the additional players, I think only one is required. We are just playing solo. Oh, sorry for the typo. And the date, let it be like tomorrow itself. Okay, 14/1/2025. And the time will be 12 at noon. Right. Here, let it be like place B Bhimavaram. And let me just create a session. Over here, the session has been created. Cricket I have actually created it before. Now, I actually want to be in this. So I clicked on join session. And over here, the players count increased to 1. Now, if you want to actually cancel the session, you can do it. You can simply click on cancel session. And over here, you have to give the reason for canceling. That is maybe like a new virus like HMPV virus, and click on cancel session, and you can see it's gone, completely gone. Okay, so these are some of the key features of a player dashboard. And I forgot to mention, this is a change password. Actually my current password is like 123, so I'll keep the new password as 1234. We'll confirm the same, change password. Okay, now let me just log in again with the same password to show to you. XYZ1234 user submit. This is what happens. Okay, now let me just log out over here and let me register some new name as a you know admin. Okay, let me just give it as abc at the rate of sorry, let the name be admin, let the email be admin at the rate of gmail.com, let some password be 12345, and I'm confirming the same, and the role is admin. Now submit. Let me just save it so that I can use it here, admin, and the role is admin. Let me just click on submit. Okay, sorry, I actually given the email here. Wait a second, gmail.com. It's actually given the what is it, username. Okay, let me just save it here. As you can see, these are the sports, and I actually can create a sport. There are already so many sports. Let me use something like soccer or like handball. Handball is better. Soccer is already present as football, so let it be handball. I can actually add it here, and you can see these are the all sessions, and these are the cancelled sessions. Cricket due to no sponsors, table tennis no time, and like badminton just no updated HMPV virus. And over here, this guy can also create a session. Okay, and finally, he also has the ability to view the reports. Let me just give it a time period of 1/1/2000, like 2. Oh, let it be like end date of this month, 31/1/2025. Okay, let me just generate a report. And there's actually only a single session because the rest of the sessions are cancelled, right? And one point to notice, the person who created the session, the player, only he has the ability to cancel it. And if a admin creates a session, it cannot be cancelled. Okay. And I'll just simply log out to show you this beautiful homepage which I have designed. These are the major features: team management, schedule management, player registration, statistics and reports, notifications, administration panel. These are something like there to check out all. And this is a feedback form. Okay, these are just a normal page that I have created. Now let's go to the second part, that is okay. Now I'm gonna basically explain the code that I have used and what are the backend the technologies I have used. The simply saying, I have used Node.js with Express.js as middleware and other purposes. And for the database, it's postgresql. Okay, it is a structured database. Now I'm gonna briefly explain you the code that I have written in the backend, and for the front end, I'm just gonna show you how the structure, each structure is. Okay, first, I have imported essential modules like Express, Express Session, bcrypt for password hashing, and etc. Okay, now I'm gonna configure the Express app to use this. To pass the URLs, and I'm gonna set it public for static files. Okay, now we are set up session management using app, that is the Express.js. Okay, and over here I have just used EJS for dynamic HTML content. Okay, and below which is a function of authentication. Okay, it's just a middleware function, and it checks if the user is authenticated by verifying this session. And the next function that I've used is prevent joining past sessions, and I've used since there might be a possibility that you might join the previous sessions, and to do so it to prevent so this code is given. Okay, and over here this is a default routing, that is the home page, and if the root is login, it goes to the login page. And in the login page, when we generally post something, okay, so this is what it occurs. This is the code that occurs. It generally compares the password, and then if it is an admin, it goes to the admin, else it goes to the player. This is general login technique. And if there is an error, it will generally go to the error, invalid email or password something. Okay, and this is the register routing. And in the register, after if you click on the submit button, this is what happens. You will collect this information, you will decrypt it, and then you will insert it into the database, PostgreSQL database. Okay, this is a SQL command, right? This entire thing. Next, let's go to the admin dashboard page. Over here, you have seen the registration. After the registration, you'll go to the login. And after the login, if you are an admin, you will actually go in, get into this admin dashboard, right? So over here contains all the information about the admin dashboard pages, like what are the sports that are there, what sessions with players, and what are the cancelled sessions, and why are the reasons that the players stated. I have already explained you all those features over there. Okay, so each and everything are actually given here, and you are using a simple SQL commands that uses the PostgreSQL background. Okay, over here you can actually see these are the things that are rendered over here. Next, if he wants to create a sport, that feature is also available, right? He can actually create a sport. He will give a name and click on enter, and after the entering, it will actually get into the SQL. Then if he is an admin, he will go to the admin dashboard, else it will go to the player dashboard. Okay, and this is the logout code. and there's also code for delete session. Okay, and now let's go to the player dashboard. In the player dashboard, simply saying that all the features that are available in admin, most of them are present here. And I actually forgot to tell you that there is a report page, another reports, code separately given. It's not present in the admin one. Okay, so in the player's dashboard, it actually has the same, such as sessions, join the sessions, sessions with players, join the session with players, and create a session, and all these are the simple routine to, simple SQL commands and etc. Okay, just rendering. Now let's go to the cancel session. This feature is not there in admin. Only the user or the player can actually cancel the session, and there is a condition that if he is a logged in user, then only it gets cancelled. That is, the player who actually created the session can actually cancel it. Okay, simple reason, right? No player can cancel the session immediately, right? So this is what happens. Next, the change password code over here, where you'll get a current password, then you authenticate it with a simple code. Actually, I written and given a couple of console logs because I was somewhat trouble figuring what's wrong before. You can actually ignore them, console log. And over here, just we are comparing the current password and the user dot password. And if they match, okay, then we can actually set them. Okay, that's what happens in the change password, right? And finally, the reports page, which I told you, this is the routing for that, where all the features such as the sessions based upon the date and such that the sessions cancelled are not, are false. That is, uh, those sessions that are actually running on or going to be conducted or already connected. Only those sessions will be there. If any session is cancelled, that won't be shown here, right? You can actually see the number of players who joined the session, and the popularity count is generally determined here, like how many sessions are there for a particular sport. I created a number of sports. For that, you actually check if the sessions cancelled is false, and you actually check the sports ID is is the same ID, right? For such as it's cricket, number of sessions that are present for the cricket. That shows the popularity result. Okay, and this renders the report with these things. Okay, simply. And this is a final one where the server starts, and we can actually access it in the port 3001. This is the link provided over here. You can actually follow this. So in order to run this, wait, let me just show you how my files actually look like. This is my data structure. Okay, and the public has only images, as I have combined CSS inside EJS files only. As you can see this is admin dashboard, admin.egs, I saved it. And this is the general code. Okay, and this is a change password. Next, home.egs, login, player, admin dashboard, player dashboard, login and register, and finally reports. .env file consists of information. I will blur it off. Okay, but if you want to access the same, if you want to know how to do it, you can actually check my GitHub repository. In the readme file, I have given everything on how to access my files and how to create the code. How to get the setup right, such that you can actually implement it and check entirely. This is the database.js file, and these are the general informations, right? Over here, I have given a start script, where I given node space index.js, meaning now what I can do is simply open the integrated terminal and npm start. Instead of node index.js, I actually downloaded, so I'm not using the npm install again. So simply saying npm start, will actually run all the scripts inside, and I will get the server as well as PostgreSQL connected. And after clicking on this, I got my sports scheduler website, and I have already given everything about this website. So if you didn't skip out the previous section, you will have understood what this is all about. Okay. Now the final thing which I need to explain you is, now let's explore how our sports scheduling application actually stores and retrieves the data using PostgreSQL and pgadmin. Okay, I'll give you a overall detailed information about this, how the tables are there and how it is stored. Okay, first let me just open it in a proper way. This is a sports one open. This is a server inside which there are two databases, and ours is a sport, and inside which there is a schema. Okay, let's go to the schema and now go to the tables. Actually, it is opened. I can actually close it. Okay, there are four tables which I have used here. First is the session players, then the session sports users. Okay, first let's open the session players, inside which there are two columns: session ID and player ID. Okay, next let's go to the sessions, which has 10 columns: ID and the sport ID, next creator, next team 1, team 2, next additional players, next date, next venue, next if it is whether cancelled or not, and if it's cancelled then it can be like cancellation reason. Okay, these all are present in the sessions, right? Next let's go to the sports. Inside the sports there are only two: ID and name. So ID is given there, and name we just enter the sport name, right? Simple. Next the user. The users, there are actually five types, five columns. ID is given generally, name, email, and password, and the role whether he is an admin or the player. Player means your user. Okay. Now let me just give you some basic commands in order to show how each one works. First, like select star from sports. It'll actually give you everything about the sports. I told you right. Only two columns: the ID and name. These are actually the names that are stored over here. And for the next one, regarding the sessions, let me just give you like select star from sessions, and these are the columns all over there. Okay, ID, next the sport ID, next creator, team 1, team 2, additional details, date, venue, cancel. Actually it's kind of small, right? Let me just increase it. Okay, still it's not present. Okay, no worries, you can actually see what are the all present over here. Although they're a bit clumsy over here, you can actually see this is the cancellation region and cancelled or not. Okay, next the player count is also present in it. Okay, now let's go to the third, select star from session players. That's the name, right? Wait a second, right? Session players and session ID and player ID. That's it. Now the final, I think I've given everything, or users are left. Okay, users are left. Select star from users. ID, name, email, password. Password is hashed over here. You can see it. And the role, user means player, admin means, okay, admin. Okay, that's how over here it's given. So this is how it's actually created. Simply seeing how this is worked in the session players. I mean, in the sports. If you enter any sport, whether it might be admin, whether it might be player, it will generally be inserted into it. Okay. Next, the session consists of all these details, right? Like if you want to create a session, these all are all in these settings. Like I mean, not only to create everything from sessions, whether it might be sport ID, given a separate ID for a sport, and in order to match over here, right, sport ID and sport name, over there the ID is generally mapped here, and the creator ID who created it, such that if anyone wants to cancel it after creating it, he can cancel it. No other person can actually cancel it. and the team 1, team 2 names, and how many additional players are required. Next, what's the date, what's the venue. Next, cancellation if it's true or false. False means it's actually going to happen. And cancellation reason if there is any. No sponsors, no time, HMPV virus. And the player count, how many players are actually participating in it. 3001. Okay, so next to session players, simply the session ID and player ID are mapped over here. Like for each session, how many player, what are the player IDs that are going to play. Okay, I mean who created or something like that. Okay, next select star from users. Next, all about the users are saved over here. ID, name is generally not stored. Only the email, the password, the role. I mean name I didn't use over here, so I didn't enter. No problem. You can actually enter it using the SQL commands in the backend code. Just explain you. And for the email password role, those are necessary for logging in, right? And this is all about my sports scheduler app. If you like the video, then like the video. And if you want to watch more videos like this, please subscribe right now and don't forget to comment. Thank you so much for watching the video.